This short video is going to demonstrate how you can customize the default widgets that ship with DocumentX 2010. If you haven't already had a chance to look at the Introduction to Widgets video, I'd strongly suggest you have a quick look at that first before you look at this one. So I'm going to open up one of my conceptual topics here, and I'm just going to include one of the standard widget types, and I'm going to include a note box in my content here. So I'm going to select some existing content, and from the content authoring widget drop down I'm going to select note box, and you can see that's automatically then surrounded with the note box widget, and if I switch to preview I can see how that looks in the generated output. So slightly contrived example, I'm going to create a custom version of this note box that doesn't have the icon that has the word note in that widget instead. Now there are various places in which you can customize widgets, and it really depends on the scope of the customization that you want to apply. If you want to apply a custom version of a widget just in a particular project, then you can go into the project settings or an individual build profile and you can customize the widgets in there. If you want to make a customization that would apply to every project that you build, you can do that within the options dialog. So within options, under widgets, you'll find the list of standard widgets that ship with DocumentX 2010, and you can customize any of those, and the changes you make here would apply to every project that you build. So what I'm going to do is just make a project specific change to this widget. So I'm going to go into project settings, select the widgets page, and then select the notebox widget and click edit. So the widget editor opens up for me to start making changes, and there are a number of things that I can change. I can change the caption this widget is listed under when it appears in the drop down list. I can change the description. I can also change the resource files that are associated with this widget, and in this case there's an image file for the note icon and also a star sheet file for the box styles that this widget relies upon, and I can add additional resources here that my widget depends on. What I'm actually going to do is switch to HTML source mode, and in place of the image tag that's here, I'm just going to include the word note in its place, and there we have instead of an icon. And then I'll close off this editor, and if I then switch to preview I can see that change takes effect immediately, and that will change everywhere that I make use of this note box. So if I go into a new conceptual topic and repeat earlier exercise, select in the note box, I can see that new version of the widget has been applied. So that's how I can go about customizing the existing widget set. In the same way I can create a brand new widget and make use of that in my content. So I'm going to go back into project settings, and I'm going to create a copy of this notebox widget and just give it a meaningful name so I can recognize it when I use it. Okay, and there I've got my custom widget, and I can define any HTML within this widget that I want to decide to include for this particular widget type. But for this example I'm just going to stick with the change to remove the icon and have the text for the note instead. So now I've created this new copy of the notebox. I'm going to remove the customization for the standard notebox widget here, and when I go back into my original topic I can see, because I've removed my customization there, the notebox widget has reverted to its original representation. And I'm going to select second paragraph here, and then from the widget drop down I'm going to select my new widget type, which now comes up as a note label. So that concludes this really short demonstration of how you can customize the existing widgets that ship with DocumentX 2010, and how you can create copies of them or implement your own widgets using some custom HTML